Maya Carter, a black hotel cleaner, answered a phone call in Dutch right in front of a millionaire. The very next day, she was summoned. Maya's cell phone rang as she swept the polished floors of the elegant Grand Plaza Hotel lobby. Normally, she never answered during working hours, rule number 1. Strictly enforced by Manager Lawson, especially for housekeeping staff. But this time, she recognized the number. It was from the University of Amsterdam. After 6 failed attempts to secure a scholarship for her master's degree in linguistics. This call could change her life. Whispering to herself behind a marble column, Maya answered quietly, "Maya Carter," hoping not to draw attention. The voice on the other end spoke perfect Dutch. It was Professor Van Dyke. Maya responded fluently, her pronunciation flawless as they discussed her application for an international program. Suddenly, she noticed a hush fall over the lobby. Looking up, she saw Robert Hughes, the billionaire hotel owner, standing nearby with a look of surprise. Manager Lawson stood next to him, eyes blazing with fury. Maya swallowed nervously. "I have to go. Talk later," she said quickly in Dutch and hung up. "Carter, my office. Now," Lawson commanded sharply. The walk to the cramped basement office felt endless. Maya felt the stares of her coworkers, some sympathetic, others barely concealing satisfaction. At 29, she was the only black woman on the cleaning staff with a college degree, a fact Manager Lawson deliberately ignored. "You know the rules, Carter. No phones during work hours. Especially in public areas," Lawson barked once the door closed. "And what language was that? French? Dutch?" Maya corrected. "Dutch," but immediately regretted it. "I don't care if it was Martian. Mr. Hughes saw you ignoring your duties and talking on the phone in the lobby." The injustice burned like acid. White receptionists took personal calls freely with no consequences. Maya knew the pattern. "You're reassigned to the convention center bathrooms for 3 months. Maybe there you can practice all the languages you want without embarrassing this hotel." Maya's heart sank. The convention center meant double shifts after big events with no overtime, a classic punishment for crossing the line. That night, alone in her small apartment shared with 2 nurses, she stared silently at her framed linguistics degree and certificates on the peeling wall. 6 years cleaning hotel rooms, saving for a master's degree, sending resumes with no replies, enduring endless interviews. The next morning, determined, she arrived early, ready to prove herself despite the injustice. Then the phone at the front desk rang. "Maya Carter, HR wants to see you immediately," said Jennifer, the head receptionist. HR was on the top floor, near the executive offices, uncharted territory for housekeeping. In the elevator, Maya felt invisible amid executives discussing million-dollar deals. Entering the HR office, she called the director, who invited her to sit. Maya braced for the worst, likely termination. But then the words came. "Mr. Hughes requests a meeting with you." The owner's office was larger than her apartment. Robert Hughes, 45, famed for turning bankrupt hotels into luxury empires, now looked directly at her. "Dutch, French, Italian, Mandarin, correct?" he asked bluntly, flipping through her resume obtained from our Georgetown honors degree in linguistics. "Fluent in 6 languages, including 2 Asian ones, and you've been cleaning my hotel for 6 years?" What Maya didn't know was that this wasn't a coincidence. Behind that Dutch phone call was a story of systemic discrimination hiding extraordinary talent behind brooms and cleaning supplies. Ready to be exposed? If this story of workplace prejudice stirs your sense of justice, subscribe and follow to see how a single phone call became the catalyst for change no billionaire expected. Maya Carter had always been a woman of remarkable talent and quiet determination. Yet for 6 long years, she was invisible to most people, hidden behind the uniform of a hotel cleaner at the prestigious Grand Plaza Hotel. Despite her degree in linguistics from Georgetown and fluency in 6 languages, including Dutch and Mandarin, she faced constant rejection and discrimination in a workplace where talent was often overlooked because of her race and role. Manager Lawson had repeatedly ignored her qualifications and relegated her to the lowest position, dismissing her attempts to transfer to more suitable jobs. Even worse, white colleagues freely used their phones during work hours without consequence, while Maya was punished severely for answering an urgent call from a university in Dutch, a call that could change her life. That call was the turning point. When billionaire hotel owner Robert Hughes overheard Maya speaking fluent Dutch, it shattered the assumptions he had about the employees working behind the scenes in his empire. His curiosity led to a private meeting where he learned about her impressive academic background and the many times she had applied for better positions, only to be blocked by the very managers responsible for perpetuating a system of bias and nepotism. Despite the initial confrontation, Maya was offered a temporary position as the International Relations Coordinator for an upcoming trade conference involving Dutch and Chinese executives, a role perfectly suited to her skills but one she had never been allowed to hold. With a salary far beyond her previous earnings, Maya quickly proved her worth by identifying critical errors in the hotel's translation materials that could have led to costly diplomatic mistakes. Her fluency and cultural insight bridged communication gaps, impressing executives and exposing the failures of the company's previous translation services, which had been outsourced to unqualified relatives of hotel management. As Maya's talents shone through, an internal investigation revealed a pattern of discrimination against qualified non-white employees and the misuse of company funds on overpriced, subpar translation contracts. The scandal led to the removal and demotion of several high-ranking managers, sparking a company-wide reform initiative. Maya was promoted to lead the hotel's multilingual communications and diversity programs, turning her struggle into a powerful movement for change. Her story resonates because it speaks to the hidden barriers many talented individuals face in their careers, barriers built on prejudice, assumptions, and a refusal to see beyond stereotypes. Maya's journey is a reminder that true potential can be found in the most unexpected places and that real change happens when those in power choose to listen, act, and open doors rather than close them. For anyone who has ever felt overlooked or underestimated, Maya Carter's triumph is a beacon of hope and a call to keep fighting for recognition, respect, and opportunity. For years, Maya Carter's exceptional abilities remained hidden behind a cleaning uniform at the Grand Plaza Hotel. Despite holding an honors degree in linguistics from Georgetown University and fluency in 6 languages, including Dutch and Mandarin, she was trapped in the hotel's housekeeping department. Repeated attempts to transfer to roles that matched her skills were systematically blocked by managers who favored maintaining the status quo over recognizing true talent. Maya's story is not just about personal perseverance but also about the institutional barriers that keep many qualified individuals invisible. Everything changed the day Maya answered a call in flawless Dutch, a moment that caught the attention of Robert Hughes, the billionaire owner of the hotel chain. Surprised by her language skills and academic background, Hughes began to question why someone of Maya's caliber was cleaning bathrooms rather than contributing to the company's international operations. The ensuing investigation revealed a disturbing pattern. Qualified non-white employees were routinely overlooked, while contracts and promotions were often awarded based on favoritism and nepotism. Maya was offered a temporary role coordinating international relations for a major trade conference. Despite skepticism from some executives, she quickly demonstrated her value by correcting critical translation errors that previous contractors, unqualified but connected to management, had made, errors that could have caused diplomatic incidents and cost the company millions. Her ability to navigate cultural nuances and mediate between Dutch and Chinese business leaders impressed everyone, turning the conference into a resounding success. This newfound recognition led to a wider corporate shakeup. Several high-level managers were dismissed or demoted, and a company-wide audit was launched to root out discrimination and corruption. Maya's promotion to Global Director of Multilingual Operations was a testament to her resilience and excellence, as well as a symbol of the company's commitment to change. Maya's journey highlights a painful reality. Talent alone is often not enough to overcome systemic prejudice and hidden biases. But it also offers hope that with courage and opportunity, invisible voices can rise, and unjust systems can be transformed. Her story is a powerful reminder that organizations benefit immensely when they embrace diversity, inclusivity, and meritocracy, and that true progress requires dismantling old barriers to create new pathways for success. For anyone who has faced similar struggles, Maya Carter's story is an inspiring example that persistence, integrity, And self-belief can lead to not only personal triumph but also to meaningful change that opens doors for others. After years of being overlooked and underestimated, Maya Carter's life took a dramatic turn when she was finally given a chance to prove her true worth. Working as a cleaning staff member at the prestigious Grand Plaza Hotel, Maya had long hidden her extraordinary talents behind her uniform. With an honors degree in linguistics from Georgetown and fluency in 6 languages, including Dutch and Mandarin, she had been tirelessly applying for positions that matched her qualifications, only to face rejection after rejection from the hotel's management. Her breakthrough came unexpectedly during preparations for a major trade conference involving Dutch and Chinese business executives. Maya was assigned as the International Relations Coordinator on a temporary basis, a role that initially seemed almost impossible given her history. However, she quickly made an impact by identifying and correcting critical translation errors that could have led to costly misunderstandings and diplomatic tensions. While others had failed to notice the nuances, Maya's keen eye for language and culture helped save the hotel from potential embarrassment and financial loss. Maya's success at the conference exposed deep-rooted issues within the company. Investigations revealed a systematic pattern of discrimination and nepotism, where qualified minority employees were sidelined, while contracts were awarded to unqualified family members of high-ranking managers. This scandal led to the dismissal and suspension of several executives, including Maya's former managers who had hindered her career growth. What made Maya's story even more inspiring was her ability to remain composed and professional amid adversity. She did not seek revenge but aimed to bring justice and fairness to a broken system. Her promotion to the position of Global Director of Multilingual Operations was not just a personal victory but a significant step toward creating an inclusive workplace culture. Maya's journey resonates with anyone who has felt invisible or undervalued because of prejudice or systemic bias. It underscores the importance of recognizing true talent regardless of background and the transformative power of giving people opportunities based on merit. The company's renewed focus on diversity and inclusion, driven by Maya's courage and determination, led to measurable improvements in employee satisfaction, customer relations, and financial performance. Ultimately, Maya Carter's story is a powerful testament to resilience, integrity, and the impact one individual can have on an entire organization. It reminds us that when barriers are broken down and doors are opened, not only do individuals thrive, but entire industries can be reshaped for the better. Her experience serves as an encouragement to keep pushing forward, knowing that change is possible, even in the face of long-standing injustice. Maya Carter had spent years working as a cleaning staff member at the luxurious Grand Plaza Hotel, quietly carrying the weight of her unrealized potential. Despite holding a prestigious linguistics degree from Georgetown University and being fluent in 6 languages, including Dutch and Mandarin, she had been trapped in a job far below her capabilities. Her repeated attempts to secure a position better suited to her talents were met with consistent rejection, often from the very people entrusted with fairness and opportunity. Her world changed when a phone call from a professor at the University of Amsterdam sparked an unexpected chain of events. Answering in fluent Dutch while cleaning the hotel lobby, Maya's impeccable language skills caught the attention of the hotel's billionaire owner, Richard Collins. Initially reprimanded and punished for breaking strict workplace rules, Maya soon found herself summoned to an urgent meeting that would alter her life forever. Richard Collins, intrigued by her skills and frustrated by systemic issues within his company, offered Maya the role of International Relations Coordinator for an upcoming trade conference involving Dutch and Chinese executives. Despite skepticism and past mistreatment, Maya accepted the challenge. At the conference, she quickly identified critical errors in official translations, errors that could have led to costly diplomatic misunderstandings. Her ability to navigate complex cultural nuances proved invaluable, earning her respect and opening eyes within the organization. However, Maya's journey uncovered far more than just linguistic mistakes. She exposed a deeply entrenched system of discrimination and nepotism that had kept talented employees like herself invisible while funneling contracts and opportunities to unqualified insiders. The fallout was swift and significant. Several managers were dismissed or suspended, and the company committed to a full overhaul of hiring practices and internal policies. Maya's rise from overlooked cleaning staff to a leading executive symbolizes a triumph of perseverance, integrity, and justice. Her story is not only about breaking barriers but also about transforming an entire industry by demanding accountability and inclusion. The hotel's renewed commitment to diversity led to higher employee morale, improved client satisfaction, and substantial financial gains. Through Maya's experience, we are reminded that talent is everywhere, it just needs the chance to shine. Her courage to speak up against injustice and her dedication to excellence serve as an inspiration for anyone who has faced obstacles due to prejudice or systemic bias. Ultimately, Maya Carter's journey shows that real change begins when individuals refuse to be invisible and when organizations choose to embrace equity and recognize true potential. Maya Carter's journey at the Grand Plaza Hotel was far from easy. Despite her impressive academic background, a linguistics degree from Georgetown and fluency in 6 languages, she had been confined to cleaning duties for years. Overlooked and underestimated by management. Manager Richards, in particular, repeatedly dismissed her potential, enforcing unfair rules that seemed to apply only to her. When Maya answered an important phone call in Dutch during her shift, instead of recognition, she faced harsh punishment, assigned to grueling cleaning shifts at the convention center as a form of retaliation. This moment, however, marked the beginning of a remarkable transformation. The call Maya took was from a professor at the University of Amsterdam. A long-awaited opportunity to discuss her master's scholarship application. Her flawless Dutch surprised not only the caller but also the hotel's billionaire owner, Richard Collins, who had witnessed the interaction. This unexpected moment forced Collins to confront uncomfortable truths about the discrimination and neglect occurring under his watch. Collins soon summoned Maya to his office, where he revealed his awareness of her qualifications and the systemic barriers she had faced, offering her a chance to coordinate international relations for an upcoming major trade conference. He recognized that her talents were desperately needed, and that the hotel's existing systems were failing brilliant employees like her. At the conference, Maya's expertise shone. She identified critical translation errors that threatened to undermine diplomatic relations. Errors that had gone unnoticed or ignored by those responsible. Her swift corrections and cultural insights earned her respect, but also exposed a broader web of nepotism and discrimination. As contracts had been funneled to unqualified individuals connected to management, the fallout was significant. Top managers were fired or suspended, and Collins committed to an internal audit and a new program to identify and promote hidden talents within the hotel chain. Maya was named the new Global Director of Internal Communications, tasked with overseeing diversity and multilingual operations. Maya's story highlights the deep injustice that can bury extraordinary talent beneath prejudice and bureaucracy. Yet, it also celebrates resilience and the power of truth to dismantle systemic discrimination. Her rise from invisibility to leadership inspires hope for change, not only in one hotel but across entire industries where countless others remain unseen. Maya Carter's courage and determination prove that real progress begins when opportunity meets persistence, and when barriers are challenged with integrity. Maya Carter's unexpected rise within the Grand Plaza Hotel was a powerful story of resilience against deep-rooted discrimination. For 6 years, Maya had been the overlooked cleaning staff. Despite her prestigious linguistics degree from Georgetown and fluency in 6 languages, including Dutch and Mandarin, her qualifications were buried under biases and internal politics, with managers like Richards and Whitmore actively blocking her efforts to move into roles better suited to her talents. But everything changed the day she answered a phone call in flawless Dutch in the hotel lobby, a call that caught the attention of the billionaire owner, Richard Collins. Collins, initially unaware of the extent of Maya's skills and the systemic obstacles she faced, took swift action after investigating. He appointed her as the International Relations Coordinator for a high-stakes trade conference. Recognizing that her linguistic abilities and cultural insights were invaluable. During the event, Maya uncovered serious translation errors that could have jeopardized vital business deals. Her courage to speak out exposed a network of nepotism and favoritism that had been costing the company millions and suppressing qualified minority employees like herself. The scandal led to the firing and suspension of several senior managers. and Collins launched a comprehensive overhaul of the hotel's hiring and promotion practices. Maya was promoted to Global Director of Internal Communications, tasked with leading efforts to ensure diversity and inclusion throughout the company. Her new role not only validated her years of perseverance but also allowed her to create opportunities for others whose talents had been overlooked. Maya's transformation, from a marginalized cleaning staff member to a respected executive, illustrates the profound impact that integrity, determination, and justice can have in dismantling entrenched discrimination. It highlights how institutions can change when leaders choose to listen, act, and empower those who have been silenced. Her story is a testament to the power of one courageous individual to ignite systemic change, inspiring hope for a future where talent is recognized regardless of background.